Hello, my name is Joshua Christopher. I want to thank you all for having me here today to talk about my experience using the new New Hampshire Rapid Response Team. The date was February 18th, 2022. It was roughly 9:30 p.m. My mind was filled with suicidal thoughts, feelings of being alone, and depression. Questions raced around in my head. Should I use the new New Hampshire crisis line? What if someone needs it more than I do? Am I wasting their time? With the help of a good friend, I was able to come to the conclusion that I was worthy of help. I contacted the New Hampshire crisis line by going to nh988.com, where I chatted with a very nice person. This person asked me the usual questions, wanting to make sure I was safe in the moment. They asked if I was suicidal. When given my answer, it was decided that it would be best for a mobile crisis team to come to my house. I was asked if this was okay, to which I replied that it was. When I asked if there would be police presence, I was assured the police would not be sent, rather a mental health evaluation team. I was told I would receive a phone call from the evaluators when they were on their way to my home. My mom, whom I lived with, was aware that I had contacted NH988 and was waiting for the evaluators to arrive. I received a call about 10 to 15 minutes later from the evaluation team, consisting of 2 people. They had arrived, but wanted to make sure they were at the right house before they knocked. When we confirmed they were at the correct house, my mom brought them to my room where I was waiting for them. They introduced themselves and we discussed what was going on. I explained about my suicidal thoughts, feelings of being alone, and depression. It was then decided that I should go to the hospital, at least for the night, and then be re-evaluated in the morning. I was given the choice of going to one of 2 different hospitals. At this point, I brought my mom in and asked her to make that decision for me. I felt like even though I deferred to my mom for this decision, I had a true say in what was going to happen and where I was going to go. This made me feel like part of my own treatment team. When it was decided what hospital I would go to, the crisis team said they would leave. They let me know they'd call the hospital to let them know I was coming. Right before they left, I let them know I was feeling guilty. I was worried I had contacted the wrong people, seeing as NH988 was very new in February. They assured me I did exactly the right thing and that I had nothing to feel guilty about. My mom took me to the hospital, where I waited about 5 to 10 minutes in the waiting room before going back. The staff was very nice. They knew why I was there because the mobile crisis team had called them. I felt so relieved to not have to share my story all over again like I'd had to in the past. The next day, I was evaluated again by 2 different people. One was an evaluator and one was a peer support person. It was decided that I would create a safety plan and meet with my peer support person weekly for a bit of time. At this point, I was discharged and sent home. I found the whole process from the very first chat on the NH988 website to the discharge from the hospital to be the smoothest I've ever had while being in crisis. I felt like I had more of a say in the decisions being made about my care. I appreciated being asked for consent before having people come to my house. In closing, I would like to encourage anyone who is struggling to please reach out for help. You are worth help, you are worth getting better, you deserve a life worth living. Thank you.